at the beginning, you're lined up next to 7 boats across. You're all even. You're looking around at the people around you. Are they big? Are they small? Battling with those fears in your head of am I good enough for this? It's don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up. Get through the first bit. And then once you get moving, once you get the sprint going, it's kind of, you calm down a bit and you embrace that it's going to hurt for the next 5 or so minutes. Start breathing heavy, your legs start hurting and telling you to stop. It's a balance of thinking, am I going to survive? Yes, I can survive. No, I'm not. I'm going to die. No, I'm not. And follow the person in front of you. Follow, follow, follow. Kind of gets pretty primal at the end. Just basic things like breathe, look at the person in front of you, don't quit.
I was toying with the idea of not rowing at all in college when I first came here. So I was walking down Bruin Walk, and I think one of them approached me first. It was like, hey, would you be interested in coxing? I was like, oh, actually, I rowed in high school, maybe. And I showed up at practice, and the rest is history.
I remember being at Bruin Day over there about my freshman year. They had this little tent, and I was like, hi, I'm Dominic, I'm joining your team. And they're like, oh, whoa, this is new. What really kept me was the people and the good friends that I'm meeting. I mean, you eat, you sleep, you train with the same group of people here, and it kind of is a way to make a huge school like UCLA smaller and to find like a tribe of people to depend on. So it's definitely the people and the progress kept me going.
It's difficult figuring out ways to motivate the entire boat because you have 8 different people with 8 different personalities, and you have to say one thing that motivates all of them at the same time. One thing that's super effective is if you call out certain people in the boat. So you'll like call out somebody's name, be like, all right, Alan, we're going now, like everybody go with him. So it gets the whole boat united behind 1 or 2 people, which is easier than pulling for yourself. When a boat starts moving really fast, it's not when everybody's just like yamming on it by themselves. It's when everybody's really pushing together. I think that's why it cultivates such a tight-knit environment. It's because it's the sport itself. You have to be really close to your teammates. If you're not willing to row with them and row for them, then it's not going to be a successful boat. You have to be really committed to this sport, and a lot of times you have to prioritize it above other things in your life. I think it also takes like a special kind of crazy almost to stick with it, especially for the rowers, because like I said before, it's really difficult. It's like really painful, and it's not always fun while you're doing it. Even when you have a boat that's rowing well and it's moving fast, you're just generally exhausted. So it takes kind of like an almost masochistic person to want to do that.
I'd want to say that I embrace pain and that I love it and it's easy to deal with now. That's not the case. I think the big change is the pain's still there, but the way I process it mentally has changed, and I feel more confident, I suppose, and more capable of dealing with anything that comes my way. And I think that extends outside of rowing. Like, this can happen, the wave can hit me, my legs can keep hurting, but I'm gonna keep going because there's other people depending on me. So the relationship is that, yeah, pain is still there. Maybe I feel more distant from it, like I don't necessarily have to react instantaneously to it. And I know I can push through, I can keep going with anything, with schoolwork, with midterms. Still hurts though. It still hurts. People come in freshman year all kind of insecure, kind of not knowing what they want to do, wanting to fit in. And I think the more time they spend on the team, the more willing they are to be different and exceptional. And yeah, it's weird to wake up at 6 a.m., but I love it, you know, versus, oh, I have to wake up at 6 a.m. It becomes less of a punishment and more of an identity and more of a passion. And I think it overflows into different parts of their life too, that they're more confident in themselves to steer their own path and to do what's best to become the best version of themselves. So confidence, I guess, in one word. Confidence to be different. Yeah.